Chapter 9. He was a rogue, a bloody scamp, and he knew it. All day long he'd been reliving his moments with Bronwyn in the garden. The things he'd shared, the confessions she'd made, and then the kiss. The way she'd felt in his arms. God, he'd wanted to lay her down right then and there on the bloody grass and show her what pleasure was. To declare himself to her and tell her that he could protect her forever. And none of it would be true. Because as much as he wanted her, as much as he was feeling for her, she was not the woman he was supposed to marry. Not the woman his mother and father would have chosen for him, and certainly not the woman his grandfather had in mind to break this damned curse of a will. Ewan had spent the rest of the day in his private gymnasium, tearing his body to shreds with his training dumbbells and the weighted bag that hung from the ceiling he used when he didn't have a partner. He ached from the exertion, his knuckles were raw, and none of it helped to alleviate the angst. Now he had to go to dinner. He would see her, and he was afraid he'd drop to his knees in front of her and declare his undying— what? Lust? Adoration? Ewan tugged at his cravat, feeling as though it were overly tight this evening. When he passed by a window in the corridor as he made his way to the dining room and saw his reflection, the crease between his brows was more than noticeable. The frown causing his mouth to downturn made him look sour and unapproachable. The brooding self he was most comfortable with had returned, and he much preferred the teasing, light-hearted man he'd been of late. Mostly, he was disappointed in himself. Where the hell had his willpower gone? Kissing Bronwyn in the garden had been a mistake. A delicious, mind-altering mistake. He should feel guilty. It was what he kept telling himself. He was a rogue, after all, except the only guilt he felt about the kiss was how upset she'd been after. For he'd truly thought when he'd kissed her that it was for the right reasons. Because he desired her, wanted her, because she'd seemed to want it.